Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode we managed to push the enemies over here back a little. We did also discover a little bit of oil in here, or fuel, but we haven't quite yet utilized that yet. We do have a lot of mechanisms or machines though, so that's going to be quite useful. We don't have a lot of industrial points, admittedly, so we might have to wait a turn or two. But we do want to build that one up soon-ish, because that's going to be a decent way to get... Oh, that's 35,000 fuel as well. Alright then, so that's pretty decent. But yeah, we did manage to push a little bit over here. We managed to actually open up communications with Lima Main already. And we managed to push a little bit further south. Still, we are quite small, admittedly, but let's get to the next round already. We're also losing a bit of ammunition with the battles that we've been doing, so we might have to produce a bit extra soon enough. It's going to cost us a bit of industrial points and metals, but that's about it. It's like for every 10 ammunition is 1 IP and 1 metal. Oh, there's a lot of stuff moving on there. Oh, and there we go. We got attacked over here again with that unit. We managed to pull them or push them back. Hey, now we're going to recruit a junior. Okay, before I forget, let's recruit the... No, that's a mercenary. Let's recruit the junior. And now, finally... Oh, average security of the zones reached at least 7 points. Sure, I guess. Probably not going to do that. But now we can finally have a director for the staff council. And then let's have a look at the overview over here. So, we are not researching anything yet directly. We're at least getting a little bit of points invested in there. And discovery on the Economic Council is waiting for another one. So we already discovered the Seal Road and the barracks, but we haven't started researching either one of those yet. And then para-advisors are already at 86%. Discovery investment is... We did already discover the... Yeah, we did discover something. Let's have a look. What did we discover? The high-velocity guns. And then there's also automatic rifles and propeller engine that can be discovered by the military thing. Which is probably good enough. I'm not currently building anything. I think we are going to have to get a bit of trucks and all that sort of stuff. So thing is there's a large area over here. So I suspect that it might be actually a good idea to build a truck station over here to give us a lot more trucker points, as well as a lot of more of the reach in there. So that should take care of some of the logistics there. There's also a lot of troops in here, which is probably part of the reason why the troops over here might not be getting full amounts of supplies. We did actually win the battle here. I think we're just going to go with the range attack. It's going to be 2 versus 1 artillery. And I think we'll got a decent chance of at least hitting something, which we did. I don't think we'll actually kill anything, but you know, it might reduce some of the readiness and all that on the enemy unit, which is probably going to be as good as we can realistically speaking hope. I think one of the things that I should do though, is I should raise one of the recon units. It's going to be a little bit on the expensive side, but that is actually going to be allowing us to do a lot more recon, especially over here to make sure that there's no enemies in these two. Then we're going to maybe get closer towards Ruby in here. Let's go ahead and capture a tiny bit there, then pull back. I don't want to go too far in here yet, because the logistics are already having a bit of problems fueling up these two, or supplying these two. That one seems to be abandoned. Is that the... Oh yeah, that has the long things there. So how much is the artillery's? It's 20 heart attacks, so it might not even deal damage. We could maybe do a tiny bit of a range attack there. At least give it a bit of a try. And we hit nothing. There's someone in here. We could maybe send this to just sort of stop the enemy from advancing any further. We got this one machine gun brigade in here, which is probably good, or rather, it's part of first brigade, so that would be a... yeah, it's a battalion. There's definitely something in here. We don't know exactly the troop quality. There should be old archive somewhere. I don't know where exactly... Oh, okay, there's a bit of bay there, and this is all part of the old archive. There's a lot of volcanoes in this, as far as I can tell. At least there seem to be volcanoes. Where's that then? That is unknown. And that's the underground... What should I have it? The one that we're already next to. Or, well, the zone that we're all... underground Medisec. Ah, okay. Fair enough. But yeah, we got that. Let's go ahead and get some more ammunition. We'll just get 100 ammunition for now. It'll probably be good enough. The truck station is going to cost us a little bit, so it's not going to be done quite this round, or the next round rather. Which, let's actually have a look. How much... Ooh, we're still losing a lot of money. Admittedly, we're still investing quite a bit into the private sector. 5 units, or 5 money per round. We could probably afford selling a bit of the fuel. We'll sell another 100. And then I'm going to sell a bit of the food. Not really going to be all that much credit, but if we sell like 500 food, it's going to give us at least 50 credits. Sell that one. And rare earth metals, we could sell a little bit, but the price of those is actually quite small. So I'm not going to do that one. But now we at least got a bit of money again to continue. Looks like, well, we got the southern front over here. There is a bit of an empty area or gap in our front right now. Although we've got one unit that we could start sending down that way, I guess. Let's clear out this. Maybe we could reach these swampy areas over here. And these lakes. So that would be a natural border at least. And then there's a bit of river going through there. It's a good thing that we can actually see where the rivers go. Even though we can't exactly know what else lies there, let's be honest. But let's get to the next round. Seems to be quite a bit of stuff on the ocean there. Which could be monsters that will just, you know, step on ground here, cause a lot of mayhem. Sometimes they can even end your game. I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case here, to be fair. No, they're moving away. We didn't have any combats, did we? Nope. At least we didn't kill anything. Oh, more fuel deposits in Spike. Okay. And we completed Pata Envi suits. Huzzah. We could recruit another junior. We could send another spy. Right, we do need to get more zone security points, but I don't think that's going to be something that I can do too much about. If we all look at the zone, so where exactly do we see the security points? There's the happiness. Ah, security score is right now as 1. Just increased recently. Oh, I think we might actually be able to increase the... Oh, right, okay, we can start the high velocity gun research, I guess. Sure.
Copy that.
Oh, and let's send in the recon up north real quick, so we get a bit more information about the enemy, which is going to make hitting the enemy a bit easier with the artillery. We've now got odd 16:1 ratio in here.
Fire in the hole.
Oh, we got a kill. We don't know what we killed, but we got a kill. Oh, we've gotten quite a bit of hits with the artillery piece there. Oh, we got a double kill. Oh. And we got a bit more experience on the artillery as well, so... Oh, I think we may have destroyed the artillery. Well, I mean, if that's the case... Oh, there's more oil, okay. Or fuel, alright. So, let's go ahead and move this through here, at least to get a bit more area conquer there. Seems like this area is empty. Oh, there we go, there's an enemy. Militia right there. We can just hold them back for the time being. There's also something in here. I don't know if it's a creature or not. Let's send in some... Okay, that did not give... So what do the intelligence officers give? Ah, we might be able to make some breakthroughs. Okay. Well, that could also be quite useful. But we do not have enough recon over here to figure out what the troops in there are right now. It's a bit of a shame. Let's have a look at the stratagems that we have. So we haven't really met anyone yet, so the minor and major stuff is kind of pointless. The spies, we could probably send in another one somewhere. We can't send spies to the maritime trade houses, but there are other things that we can do to get some intel on them. There's a lot of seas that we know of. And that's for sure. In the nation, so we could hire some leaders, but I suppose right now, since we don't need another one, no point in recruiting one, because you do need to pay them salary, and that is going to cost you some credits per round. In the zones, we could do the prospecting push. I don't know if there's any more to discover in this current region, though. The information contract could be quite nice, but at the same time, or the recon contract, but at the same time, we don't really have the money to pay them, so we can't really do too much with the maritime trade houses yet. Did we get the truck stuff? No, not yet, not yet. I suppose next round we'll have a little bit better chance on that being completed. How much did we lose money at the start of the round? 31 credit, okay. I guess one of the things that I could do is increase income tax, at least try to.
Yes, sir.
We're all 43, so we failed to do that. Okay, sales tax is another one that we could try to do, but we don't have that one yet. I think that's from the Interior Council, to be fair, so we can't even get those necessarily. Unless very rare rolls, or drops, as it were. So we've got the machine guns in here. I guess what we could do... Try to cut this off again. So we did control that one for a while, but they've since retaken that. We are going to be low on supplies in here, so next round we need to pull this back at least to recover some of the points there. We do not have enough to build more roads, I reckon. We don't need more machinery either. Not right now, anyway. So we're kind of slightly stagnated in here while we're building up the logistics and all that, but that's fine. Once we get the truck depot, then that's going to hopefully increase the amount of truck points available at least, and thus reduce the issues that we currently have, I guess. Oh, we got attacked. We didn't kill anything. We didn't lose anything either there, in that battle at least. We had elections. And the armed force, all majority on the election, but 82% of the vote. Okay, that's pretty safe election then. And we're getting a lot of political bonus points, that's good. And, we discovered a new order of battle. Heavy machine gun infantry army. It gives both the army and the corps and the brigade levels as an option to build in. And then that is going to be, I think it's 800 men per, well, if we go with the battalion size units, then it's going to be 800 battalion. It's 50-50 with infantry and machine guns, so it is heavier than what we have right now. There's still low treasury levels, I know. Let's have a look at the decisions. Police prestige. Bureaucracy point production reached to 210 to round 25. What are we right now? We're around 13, so we would have 12 rounds to do that. There's a possibility. We could probably get the high command to level 2, for example. That would probably take care of it. Industry assets reached level 2. That's also a possibility. That is around 26, so we got another 13 rounds. Victory point reached at least 18.4. That tends to be a bit hard to get early on, in my experience. So I think we're going to go with the... We're probably going to go with the industry levels, actually. Because that we've got incentive to do that anyway. We've got a decent bit of political points now, so we could unlock some of these. Maybe we should go for the Interior Council, just to unlock maybe a bit more of the taxation cards. And the Supreme Command Council task priorities. I'm going to put in a little bit more into the political power. And we could upgrade the city, actually. To level 4, sure. That's going to allow us to upgrade some of the things to a higher level, if I remember correctly. Some of the things, not all of it. Popular soldier in 7th Spike Mobile Regiment. We're going to either make him carry the battle banner, or make him a mascot. I'll go with the battle banner. That might start unlocking some other stratagems that we can get. Right, so now that that's dealt with, we've got the truck station built now. There's still a little bit of problem with the trucks in here, as far as we can tell. We stopped them there. There was something attacking through here. I don't know where exactly it is right now. It's probably not moved one bit there, to be fair. There's something moved in here, though. We're keeping the enemy at bay there. Oh, hello. Right, do I go after this one? Let's have a look. What is that one? That seems to be mostly infantry with some biped cavalry, so that's designated as walkers, I suppose, which we do not have yet. I could probably just move in here, I guess. Not necessarily going to start doing the artillery strikes there yet. What I can do, actually, is have the recon units stay here, so they don't get necessarily attacked. Plus, you know, it blocks the path to... Is that Silverfact? Hold on a minute. Yes, Silverfact. So it's not going to... we are going to try to block the path there. There is some... green serpents over here, alright then. So there is definitely enemies in the water, which admittedly we can't send anything directly into the water anyway, so it's just, you know, they might sometimes get on the land. In terms of resources, we're actually doing fine. So I'm thinking about maybe... Let's actually have a look. If we were to start working on the oil drilling facility in here, it is going to cost us a decent bit of metal and quite a bit of production, or industrial points, but it's going to produce quite a bit of fuel, perhaps. Might be even a bit of overkill, but I'm going to build that regardless. And then after that, we'll start working on the industry, because that was one of the things that we just promised to do, wasn't it? So that needs to be done sooner rather than later. So it's one of the things that I could do in here. Perhaps not the best thing. Well, we could get the road... Oh, that's going to cost too much points there. Okay, we'll wait a round or two before we get the road to the tractor auto factory. How much are we losing? Still losing 30. Okay, we need to... I guess we've got a few things that we could do. Right now, how's the... Oh, the private funds. Okay, they started building the sewers, I guess. Yes. Did we get the... Oh, it must have been the parks then. Or something. They were building something. I do remember that much. But maybe they switched the target. That's also a possibility, I guess. Right. So if we call the governor, go for the zone orders, and we're gonna reduce the public budget.
Order received.
So we'll at least start saving a little bit of money per round. It was just to boost a little bit of the initial stuff there. We could probably sell a lot of the fuel since we're going to be producing a lot more of it. Sell 350. Still have a little bit extra. And metals we're not going to sell. Rare earth metals we could maybe sell a tiny bit. I don't know, sell like 10, so that's going to be another 19 credits there. But, you know, it's not massive, but it will do for now. This one's still a bit low on supplies, but I think we do want to hold on to this oil or fuel in there, so we'll stay there. Don't know if there's an enemy in there right now. There might well be. So don't necessarily want to move too much forward. Because if we have a look at the... Right, we could send 2 more spies. Do we have spies on all of these? I think we actually do. Some of these are actually quite massive zones, to be fair. So I've got 1 spy in all of these, I guess. We could maybe send another one in here. Okay, we just about succeeded. That's going to allow us to get a bit more recon in there. I believe if you get... Like, you're going to get up to 10 spies in a zone, I think. And that gives you a lot of intel in there. At least over time. So, how is the... Yeah, we're getting the motorbike stuff. And so the tech, we're getting the high velocity guns already. And then the automatic rifle probably after that one. Then maybe the propeller engine. Although, I'm hoping that by that point we'll at least unlock a bit more of the economic stuff. We might need to look at that soon enough anyway. But let's get to the next round, shall we? But there's a decent bit of stuff to the north. We've got most of our stronger units in there. Well, at least 2 of the stronger units in there. So at least we've got a decent chance of dealing damage. But we do need to be slightly careful on where exactly we step on. Because we might still have to fight quite a bit of enemies. Now, one of the things that I could probably do, though, is move the... Oh, there's a lot of movement there. And someone's moving closer to our city. No battles, as far as I can tell. Gain friendship. We have discovered hospital, still not the one that I wanted. We need more industrial assets. I know, game, I know. Right, let's go ahead and change a little bit of the priorities in here. I think the Interior Council doesn't need to have quite as much. So that'll be 10%. Staff Council is fairly good to have. Maybe we could have it still at 10% as well. Model design... We could maybe go down to 15. Military can go down to 15. It was already at 15, so that's not going to change too much. And we're going to have 30% at the Submarine Command Council, so that means a bit more political points among other things. And then 20 at the Economic Council, so we're going to at least discover things there slightly faster. So we can confirm that. Some of the directors are going to be somewhat unhappy about that. And now we need to get the director for the Interior. Economic Council's tasks, they can probably stay as is, so we'll do no changes there. Taxation stuff, let's actually go for the... Taxation is a bit high priority, like 30%. And then, I guess the rest of these can be as is.
Yes, sir.
So let's get the director, we just need to hire someone new. And I think for that one, we'll just get another junior.
Yes, sir.
It's a bit more expensive right now, but that's alright. Hey, suitability rating of 1. So, utterly rubbish. But they'll get experience, or they'll learn in the job, let's just say. How's the drill? So we got a full round's worth of construction work done there already. We did lose most of our industrial points though. I guess we'll recover from that. I think... If we send the recon in here, pretty safe to say that that one's empty. So how much do we know about this one? There's a bit of rifles. There's the cavalry and infantry in there. And there was one of the units over here that probably retreated further north. I could maybe send this one back south. And then this one's going to go over here to make sure that we block the path towards our city. We'll pull this one back as well, so that no one accidentally gets in here. I suppose we could also send in one more of these. In here. They might be trying to get towards the road here, if they can see that. Which they probably can. So that's the snakes there. Oh, there's two sets of these snakes here. And then there's one over there, which we don't know why exactly it is. But it hasn't attacked us yet. So I'll just hope that that stays, or continues to be the case. Oh, did we actually manage to get some? No, we did not gain some more money. Okay. Let's go ahead and sell a bit more food, I get. Well, the food price is a bit low. But if we sell another 500 food, we'll be getting that in about 2 rounds or so. Anyway, so that's going to be another 50 credits. Just to make sure that we don't lose too much, because if we have a look at that, we still lost 30 credits at the start of the round. Or for the start of the round, so it's not exactly ideal, let's just say. We know that there's a decent bit of enemies to the north. In the south, we're just kind of holding the ground right now, because our troops aren't all that great quality. Now, we also don't have a lot of industrial points to start upgrading a lot of the infantry in these units. But maybe this one, since it is on the front line, I could maybe replace... I'm assuming that if we go for... Let's have a look. Okay, so that's not going to be the case in there. Okay, what else can we do? We're going to upgrade. Oh, is this one that's going to be... Oh, right, we're going to go for the line troops too. And all 8 of them. That's going to cost us too much. Oh, it's the logistical cost that we can't do right now. Okay, so that's fine. I guess this one's one of the ones that we could upgrade then. Yeah, we do have the logistical points available for this. It's going to cost us a bit of extra industrial points, but since this is going to be on the sort of line of defense in here, protecting our city, it's probably going to be a good idea to utilize that a bit further. We could probably try... Okay, so there is... I guess there's someone there, so that has a control of the zone there. But there's not too much in here, so if we could sort of cut off the peninsula over here, that would probably be pretty decent. Or the isthmus. That would be probably a good idea. We know that there's someone in here. I don't know if it's a human or alien. Let's get to the next round. I'm sure that we'll find out soon enough. Okay, we got attacked in the north. They do have a lot of troops in here. Let's have a look at the battle. Oh, right. We developed the model bikers. I believe we can now build independent regiments of that. Or, well, battalions, I guess, mostly. Right. Independent motorbike battalion. This is basically the same as a recon, I guess. Well, actually, let's have a look at the... It's probably in the models. Can we see the recon here somewhere? Alright, we go for all, first of all. Recon 7, and what about the buggies? That's Recon 7 as well, so it's basically infantry variant of that. It's probably a bit cheaper. A lot cheaper, in fact. It's a bit worse in combat, because they don't have armor, I guess, but beyond that, they should be mostly fine. Again, a lot cheaper to produce, especially with metal and industrial production. Operation costs, so the oil demand is smaller. So it's basically like the budget version of the recon buggies. We might want to get some of those at the near future, I guess, but let's have a look at the decisions first. So, Military Research Council, I guess we don't need to do changes there. And now... Hold on, how do we research again? We got the Peta Envy suit. I suppose one of the things that I could do is do another model of the machine gun. It's not going to have any better gear necessarily other than the armor, but I guess getting better armor on the machine guns will also help their survivability. So it's still going to have the same machine gun, but we could go for the Peta Envy suit, so that is actually double the armor compared to the Envy suit. It's also going to be almost double the cost, to be fair. Double the metal cost, at least. The industrial point cost is an extra point there, but we are going to go for that one. Just to make them as beefy as possible right now. And there we go. We've got the truck situation sorted out again. How's the construction of... Yeah, we got the oil drill done. So that helps. We've got a bit of troops in here. There's actually quite a bit of enemy troops there. I don't think they have any artillery though. So what I could do is just drop a few rounds there. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we've got one hit there, but not much else. And then I guess this one could be doing the same. So it says that it's a tiny unit there, but I don't actually believe it. So it's going to drop a bit of artillery rounds there. There we go. We only got one hit there. So the enemy moved probably into this area. So we've got a fairly good defensive line in here right now. I mean, it's not very strong, mind you, but it's at least there, I suppose. There we go. We discovered some of these animals in there. We still don't know what exactly that one is. I guess we can send this one back. And I think what we can do is we can raise one of those motorcycle or motorbike battalions. Raise the formation. So next round we can send that one to do a bit of recon in here. Make sure that we figure out what exactly this is. If it's something that... Or if it's animal, we don't necessarily want to attack it right now, because the animals tend to be quite strong early on. Or when you start with low tech. So, you know, it's something to keep in mind. It's losing quite a bit of money. But we should be getting a lot more oil soon. I think what we could even do... Oh, fuel is at a low price. Okay. There's not really that much that I can, really speaking, sell. Unless we're getting some metal, but we definitely need to find some metal mine location. But I don't think there's going to be any in here, because there's just not a lot of hills or mountains or something like that. They usually... Well, they have a high chance, in my opinion, to spawn in those areas than whatever the forests over here are, the cloud forest. Right, well, I suppose that we can't do too much trade right now, so I guess we'll just head to the next round. We are going to at least get a lot more oil. So that is going to be... Or fuel. So that is going to be at least a good bonus there. So we do a bit of attacks in here. Well, that has a larger contingent of troops there. So they'll probably attack the recon, maybe? Yeah, at least if they're wise, they will attack that one. To push those back. To reduce the recon that we have, so we can't really do as effective artillery strikes there. Not that we really killed anything, did we? No, they did attack the recon. But we killed 500 there of their infantry, and oh, we lost 100 infantry ourselves, but we destroyed 300 of their cavalry. Okay, so yeah, 100 infantry lost, 800 infantry destroyed. Aha, we discovered the light tank. Huzzah! So once we get through the machine gun stuff, we can develop our light tank, and hopefully by then we also have the high velocity gun researched. Wishing that our average soldier morale reached at least 88%. Well, it's only 2% to go up. I guess we can do that. Model design, council task priorities. We'll keep it as is. I think that's been fairly successful thus far. Okay, so they did actually pull back from here. They must be in one of these. Probably that one. Well, no, it might be that one actually. But regardless, it is somewhere still. We don't actually want to push too far in. We've got 500 metal. So I think... Oh, right, let's send the recon down here. Okay, now we can see that there's enemy up to there. We don't know much further than that. But I think it's going to be a little bit expensive. But what we're going to start doing is we are going to start constructing... expensive in terms of metal and all that. We'll start constructing our industry now. It's going to take a while before it's completed, but once it is completed, that's going to give us a bit more industrial points. Actually, how much is it going to be? I didn't check the numbers carefully. 50 IP, okay. So, you know, it's a decent increase there. It's not massive, the tier 1 stuff, but later on you actually unlock another research, or another building, if we have a look at the tech tree, which is the heavy industry, and that is going to be a lot more production per level of the factory. So, like, right now, the industry that we have is, you know, it's something. And it can, you know, you can do at least a bit of the things, but once you get the heavy industry, that is when the things start really kicking in. And that is when you can easily, well, somewhat easily at least, build proper armies and all that. Right now, it's a bit more limited opportunities that we have. But we are starting to build at least the industry in there. Let's get to the next round real quick. Could have done a bit of artillery strikes in the north, to be fair. But, you know, we'll just dig in deeper. And let the enemy do the attacking. I mean, we might lose a bit of troops there again. At least the recon buggies did a fairly good job at defending their position. They inflicted, what, 500 casualties for the enemy? Oh, another 600 casualties inflicted over there. Oh, and we inflicted... oh, right, we destroyed 30 trucks from them. The 800... let's have a look at the battles real quick. And there we go. The soldier morale increased to 89% already. So that was an easy promise to hold on to. Let's have a look. Next battle. So we got the first battle over here against the troops coming from the north. That is attacking the foot infantry with artillery. So, you know, it's a fairly strong units to attack against. They lost 600 of the militia. According to this, it's 1900 that they have. That might not be exactly the truth, but that's how much we estimated it there to be. Then over here, they had a smaller unit attacked. They lost a lot of their trucks. And then they tried to attack from there again with another 200 casualties. Okay, I think I like that outcome there. How much is the troops in this one? There's still a lot of infantry in there. So let's go ahead and give a bit of artillery strike there then.
Fire in the hole! Affirmative.
Okay, we got 3 hits, no kills. And our recon over here could actually move a little bit closer. Oh, there is enemy in here. Okay, good. So, it's a good thing to have a lot of recon so you know where the enemies are or are not. But I think we are actually out of time for this episode, so what we'll do is we'll pick up from here on this next episode, and we'll check out the decisions then. So, if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.